Hi everyone, this is Real World Audio, and we are still continuing our quest to explore differences between vinyl and digital media, or I would say analog and digital media, both the formats which carry them and the recording methods. And I would say that the big distinction between them is not. I would say they are not competing with each other. And if you think that there's a competition with them and try to find out which is better, you will always find reasons to prefer one to the other. But to me, ultimately, the difference between them is that they have different artists who recorded them. And for example, if you want to listen to Otto Klemperer's music, then you will not find him on vinyl. And if you want to listen to modern music, then Otto, did I say vinyl? You will not find this on digital because he recorded on tape and vinyl. But if you want to listen to something which is recorded nowadays in DSD format or other digital formats, you will not find it recorded in on vinyl format. Or if you find it that they also record it on vinyl, it's not going to improve the experience because my experience is, maybe this is not yours, that what defines the nature of a recording is the domain where it was recorded. So if they record it on digital format, it's going to sound really digital. What I mean, have the advantages and disadvantages of digital, whether it's on a bitstream format or in on a vinyl or on a copied onto a tape. So what I'm doing now is to circle back to my conversation that I had with Craig about the authenticity in music, and him as an artist deeply connected to that subject which we want to connect to through audio gear. He said that today the big problem is we do not have authenticity. So even the music that's being played and recorded is fake. Because people are not playing from their heart. They are just doing it as a 9 to 5 job, and also the mentality that we have today in the 21st century is very shallow. So most people, even most musicians, they just make music to just get fame or to prove that they have more in themselves than other people have. And for today, for music to sell, you have to be more brilliant, you have more and more of something. But when you push the extremes, what you will really lack is substance. And that is really prevalent on the majority of music that is being recorded today. And I'm not saying this is true for everything, because yes, even today there are authentic performers, authentic music being recorded in both digital and analog format. But the vast majority you are getting, which is and is recorded, is going to be this empty and empty shell of sound. When you listen to it, you will be in awe because it will have like tremendous extension, or maybe a lot of emotion put into it, or something like really mind-blowing, something really new that we did not have a year ago, which is hype. But that part that all of us are looking for in music, that soul connection, to touch your heart, to give a perhaps a new direction in your life, to give you something that will help you to go through the difficulties you are experiencing. We have less and less in today's music, and we have more and more. The longer you reach back in time, the higher the chance of you of running into a recording that can really touch you very deeply. And for me, this is why I am pursuing vinyl as my main source of listening, because for one thing, I have been collecting vinyl for over 2 decades now, and I really have, as a vinyl collector, you know how it goes when you are a serious collector. You go to a record sale, you buy 200, 300, 400 records, you get the chance to listen to maybe 10, 20 of them, and then that's it. Then comes the next record sale, you buy again a bunch more, and then after 20 years you realize that you have a big collection, and maybe you listen to about 1,000 of your records, not more. And I'm at that stage now. So basically I have a tremendous exploration, a new adventure ahead of me. Every time I turn on my phono stage, I have like tons of music that I never heard that I can listen to. And when I'm listening to music, there's going to be a wide range in them. I would say at least half of them will sound like crap, and those go for donations. And but there will be a lot that will be quite enjoyable, and there will be the occasional, oh my goodness, this is freaking unreal level of connection to music and absorbance. It's so for me, this is the most amazing experience I can have, and I'm really grateful for that, and grateful that I had the urge to collect records when I did, and really I am in a fortunate situation that I really love classical music, and there's so many classical recordings on vinyl. And then here I'm coming back again to today's topic, authenticity in music, is that when you listen to musicians who recorded like 50 years ago, for them at that time they had the pressure to record music. And today when classical musicians record, they have the pressure to produce music in a way that will sell. And also today the musicians are not employed in the same way that they have been employed 50 years ago. 50 years ago, it was either you play at the quality that is expected from you, or you are kicked off from the musician's band. And today, when you are playing in a classical orchestra, then there are unions, you are protected by them, and then there are all sorts of rights and everything that will guarantee your spot, your chair, regardless of your performance. So if you do not do really stupid things, like you miss your entry, or you are playing the wrong notes consistently, then your chair is guaranteed. And that's why we are just descending, or have descending into a mediocrity. And also today, the listeners, the audience who are buying the records, today the vast majority who buy classical records are frigging clueless about what they should be listening to, and they just buy what is the most ostentatious, what was recorded in the most freakish manner, or something new, and that's why people will buy it. In my grandpa's generation, when they bought music, they really were going for, okay, was this a good performance or not? If it was a good performance, it sold. But today, the good performance means something completely different. Back then, in my grandfather's time, good performance was from, let's say, from a Beethoven symphony, if they performed it in an authentic way, that you got the Beethoven experience. Today, a good performance is if they perform it in a way such as no one heard it before. They play louder, or they play faster, or they have a very extravagant conductor who plays it in a really unusual style that no one heard it before, and then that will sell like crazy because they can advertise it with the brilliant conductor or performer or whoever. So that's what I'm saying, that this is today the greatest challenge, and what's my true beef with music being recorded today. It's not the format, it's the artists, it's the performers, the lack of authenticity, it's the shallowness and superficiality. And of course, this is not true for everyone. Even today, there's deep music being recorded, and I'm all for that, and I'm really rooting for those musicians, for those performers, and I support them to all the extent that I can. And also at the same time, I do everything in my powers to make sure that as much of the old performances survive as possible. And part of this channel is to share my love of recorded music with you, and just to also encourage you to become stewards of music. Because whatever technology we have today, be it vinyl, reel-to-reel, even digital, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, it will be extinct or almost extinct. And it is up to us, up to you, to cherish it, to support it, to share it with your friends, with people who you don't know, who are your potential future friends, and keep the music alive. Thank you for tuning in. We'll continue our rant on digital versus analog. Bye-bye.